red lipstick. So today I'm doing a very exciting video. One of my new subscribers actually asked if I would recreate a look that was done by another YouTuber. Her name is Emily Noel 83 and she has a YouTube channel where she creates some gorgeous kind of eye looks. And one of the ones that I was asked to recreate was using the Sugar Pop palette, and it was her sunrise eye tutorial. I have her video linked down below if you want to check hers out. The reason I was asked to recreate it is because I have hooded eyes and the YouTuber who made this video does not. So it's a little difficult for us to make these different eye tutorials here on YouTube work for those of us that have hooded eyes, unless you really know how to do it and where to place everything. So I recreated this look that she created using the same palette. I had the Sugar Pop palette already, so I figured I would use it. But you don't have to have this palette. I say this all the time. You don't have to have this palette to recreate a look like this. Just use similar colors. The application is really what we're looking for, kind of the tips on where to apply the shadows on your hooded eyes. So yeah, I really want to thank the subscriber who actually asked me to do this. Thank you so much. If you guys out there ever come across a look and you have hooded eyes and you want to know how to recreate it on yourself, if you want me to demo that for you, just let me know. Just leave it down in the comment section and I will gladly do it. Unfortunately, this video did not go up when I wanted it to because I have been quite sick this past week. But I'm feeling okay now, so we'll get it up there. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see how to get this eye look,
Alright, so first off,
you're going to want to prime your eyelids, especially if you're going to be wearing this look for quite a while during the day. You don't want it to fade and you don't want it to kind of crease. So we're going to go into the Sugar Pop eyeshadow palette. And the first color I'm going to be using is the same one that she did. It's the blackberry color here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on kind of a fluffy blending brush. The one I'm going to be using today is the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. It's a very cheap brush that you can get from the drugstore. It's kind of fluffy like this. Just going to dip it into the blackberry shade. And we're going to go in and put this in the crease. So when it comes to crease, and if you have hooded eyes, as you can see, I have very little eyelid space, and then the crease kind of, or the upper lid, the hood, folds over my crease. So I can't see it unless I go like this. That's what you want to do when you're filling in your crease area. But what we're going to do first is we're going to take this eyeshadow shade, we're going to put it on the hood here, exactly where your hood lies. Just put it right where your hood is. Now this may be a little hard for you to see because my mirror is below the camera, so when I look up at you, it looks a little bit different. But you're just gonna put this right where your hood lies. Now if I lift up my eyebrow like this, you can see that I'm missing kind of an area in the middle of my crease here. Just use your finger to kind of gently pull up your hood and fill in your actual crease. Now, just kind of get that relatively dark, but what we're going to do is we're also going to bring it down into the outer V shape here. And if you get it on your lid, don't worry, it's okay. You have hooded eyes, it's going to happen. So the shape that we're creating here is kind of a very flared look. You're going to go into your hood, create that moon shape here, and then go outward kind of in a cat eye. And fill in your outer V. Now we're gonna go in with a kind of, I'm just using like this flat shader brush that comes with the Naked 3 palette. It's a double-sided brush and it's got two kind of flat-ended sides. I'm just gonna go in with the smaller end and we're gonna go into this Sugar Plum color, this light purple here. Get some on the end of the brush, and this is the color that goes in your inner corner. So I'm just gonna take it in the inner corner and bring it on the lid just a tiny bit. Not all the way over though, we're just going to bring it about 1/3 of the way onto the lid. And we're using this as our inner corner highlight too, so we're going to pack it all over around the eye. Now if you've noticed, the entire time I apply these colors onto my lid, my eyebrows are raised so that I can see my actual lid and I'm able to apply these colors evenly to just the lid part. So the next color we're going to go into is this one down here, the bubblegum color, the bright pink. I'm going to take it on the opposite end of that same shader brush that I used the light purple in. Just take some on my brush there, and then we're going to pat it into this kind of section over here. So there's this cute little pop of pink over here. And we're just going to blend it in with the purple. And I work on both eyes at the same time so I can make sure that they're even, that I have the placement right on both sides. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that light purple, get some more on my brush there and blend it with the pink a little bit more, kind of intensify that purple. It's really kind of a slow, kind of gradual process of building up the colors to the intensity that you want them. Now what we're gonna do is the last eyeshadow step. We're gonna go into the gorgeous macaroon color, which is kind of the orangey one. And we're going to be applying this with kind of a dense eyeshadow brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush. It's very densely packed, it's round. Just gonna go into the macaroon color with that. Tap some on my brush, tap off any extra product. We don't wanna make a mess with this. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna encircle that kind of blackberry shade around the edges. Now, when Emily Noel did this, she kind of went into the inner corner. I'm not gonna do that because we have hooded eyes. And what that's gonna do is just make it look like you have just orange eyeshadow all up on your hood. And that's just gonna look very, very strange. So what we're gonna do is we're only gonna keep this on the edge around the outer V here. Just in this area. That's it. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to go in with my concealer and I'm going to clean up the under eye area here so it looks less messy. I always conceal after doing a look like this, especially when you're using a lot of like purples and pinks, because your eyes are gonna end up looking a little bit like you're sick. I guess that's the best way to explain it. When you use purples, you look a little bit like ill. And then pinks, you end up looking like you have a pink face. I just go in with the concealer and clean up this mess a little bit. It really helps me sharpen up to the end of the eyeshadow here so that it's not so messy. You get a more defined kind of cat eye shape when you conceal afterward. So the next step is to go in with eyeliner. And she did a very, very thin line of eyeliner and a little baby kind of wing. And that's what we're gonna do today as well. I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm using the felt tip tattoo liner from Kat Von D in Trooper. This is a black liner. It's a, it dries kind of shiny. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hug the lash line with this. And once we get to the outside corner here, we're gonna create a baby wing. Just kind of trace your bottom lash line up a little bit and then flick it in. And with hooded eyes, you definitely do need to pull a little bit on your eye to make sure that your eye is straight and the hood is not in the way. And then I'm going to go back into the Sugar Pop palette and I'm going to go underneath my eyes with the blackberry shade. And I'm going to use a small accent brush from Real Techniques and then just go underneath my lash line here, connect it to the wing. I'm also just going to pop some more of that Sugar Plum color, that light purple, on my pinky finger. And then put it on the inside corner of my eyes because we lost that a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with a flesh colored pencil. Just going to use my NYX Wonder Pencil and put that on the lower waterline. And now I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. And now in her video, she did apply falsies. I never wear falsies. So instead, I'm just going to apply my mascara. And I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Makes me look like I'm wearing falsies even though I'm not. So I'm just going to apply a bunch of this But if you like flossies, you go ahead and do it. Okay, and I do not apply that mascara to my bottom lashes. I use a different one, otherwise they get too clumpy on the bottom. So I'm just gonna use this Makeup Forever. It's a sample size mascara. Use whatever works best for your lower lashes. But you definitely wanna 100% make sure that you coat your bottom lashes, because we used purples on the bottom. And if you don't coat your lashes, it kind of makes you look a little bit sick. So this is what the eye looks like done. I'm going to raise up my eyebrows so you can see that there's extra color there. You've got the orange around the outside. You can still see that there's a pop of pink there and then the purple. It's a very beautiful look. I really, really like it. So now I'm just going to finish up the face. I'm going to go in with my two Faced Soulmates bronzer and blush duo in Ross and Rachel. This is the pink version of this. Looks like this. I'm going to use both the blush and the bronzer. I'm going to bronze up my face first using a giant Real Techniques brush. Kind of bronze up my face a little bit. I really feel that this look does require a little bit of bronzer. I am usually not a huge bronzer wearer. As you guys can see, I'm super pale. I don't usually do the whole bronzer thing just because, I don't know, I like being pale. But I feel like this look really kind of calls for some bronzer. So now I bronzed up my face. I'm gonna go in with the pink blush and apply that to my cheeks. This is definitely a look that you're gonna wanna keep the blush kind of cohesive with the eye. So I'm using pink. You can also use kind of an orangey peachy color or a coral. And the last step here is lipstick, and today I'm gonna go in with one of the NYX matte lip creams. And this one is in Prague. It's one of my favorite ones. It's a bright, beautiful pink. And I just felt that this lip went really, really well with the eyes. You can definitely tone it down though if you don't want to go as bright as I'm going here. You can definitely go with kind of a more neutral color, something a very either nude lips or maybe a light peachy lip or even a lighter pink. You don't have to go this insane. I'm just a huge fan of color. So yeah, so that is the end of this tutorial. This is how it turned out. I did not do a brow bone highlight. The only reason I didn't do that is because this foundation that I have on for some reason is creating a really, really gorgeous natural highlight all over my face. That's the only reason I didn't do that. So actually, if you were gonna recreate this look exactly like Emily Noel did it, you would use this color here, just put that right underneath the brow bone. I just didn't because you can see that there's a natural highlight kind of there from this foundation. This is a great foundation. Anyway, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope it helped for those of you with hooded eyes, trying to figure out where to apply everything, to your eyeshadows to your face. So I really hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you again to my subscriber who requested this video. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.